Hey Foodie Gang, welcome back to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. Season 4, you heard me folks, seasons we've been up here cooking. Episode 5. So, we're making a budget-friendly meal, and the reason we're doing that is because I found this great deal found me 29 cents for boneless pork loin chops. So we got two of these right here. The meat right here is less than $1. So we got 2 packs of these. We're gonna do pork chops. We're gonna do green beans, and then we have rice roni, chicken and garlic rice-a-roni. We're gonna make a blueberry barbecue sauce. I have not made it before, but I have a little bit of homemade barbecue sauce left over. So, and I have some blueberries, so we're gonna mix it together, see what they do. And like I said, this is a budget-friendly meal. Pork chops, string beans, rice, and a blueberry garlic sauce. A blueberry barbecue sauce. Okay, I was thinking about the garlic. And then we have our seasonings right here. We got our music in the background. Y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can continue to grow, continue to cook, and also support the channel. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our rice started. And if you've been watching my content, you know how I feel about the rice cooker. I've been telling y'all to get a rice cooker since season 1. So I'm gonna put the rice in the rice cooker. It's right back here. And then we're gonna start. This is a budget-friendly meal. You can feed your family for less than $20. Maybe even less than 15, but just to keep it simple, we're gonna say 20. So this deal found me 29 cents for 2 boneless pork chops, and then we got a rice-a-roni. Not only is this meal budget friendly, but this is not going to take a long time to prepare. So if you have to make dinner for your household and you don't have a lot of time, check out the budget friendly playlist on my channel. Yes, Matthew said a delicious budget meal. Yes, it sure will be. Because let's be real, everybody's on a budget these days. So I'm gonna get the rice situated, and this is rice-a-roni, so I'm gonna make 2 boxes just because when I cook, I like to cook a lot, so I have leftovers, or I can give a plate to my family. So we're just gonna do water and butter in here. Okay, and what I learned is read the instructions and always keep the box at least one of the boxes, so you have the instructions. And I make some of soap sometimes, but I'm just gonna put it in this rice cooker, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out. The rice cooker is great. I'm just gonna put the packs in here. We're gonna put everything in here, turn it on, let it cook. Hey Martinez, how are you doing? We got a budget friendly meal going on here. And we are just getting started. Y'all ain't missing nothing. How was your guys' day? Okay, I have 7:28. I am in Alaska. Where are you guys watching from? And what time is it? Now I'm going to put some water in there. I'm going to mix it around just so I can make sure that seasoning gets mixed in real good. Oh, Martina said Oklahoma 10:30. You know what? I used to know someone that lived in Oklahoma, and they would always tell me about the tornadoes and like, I think it's called Tornado Valley, right? Right? Isn't that what it's called? So after I put my rice in there and all that stuff, then I will plug in the rice cooker. Before that, I don't typically plug it in, just because once you do, it's gonna be cooking. And then you put it on the cook setting, and then that's good to go. So we're gonna move over to the rest of our ingredients. And like I said, this is gonna be a simple, easy dinner. You don't have a lot of time. We got our green beans here. Let me cut this open. Okay, it's called Tornado Alley or Valley. Yes, my home was hit in November. I ended up selling. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine living in one of those areas that has a lot of like natural disasters that come through, because I'm too scary. I'm too scary. Like the first sound I heard, I would be scared. And yes, we're having a really simple dinner and a budget-friendly dinner. I know that like right now, let's just be real, a lot of people really don't have money like that. So these budget-friendly meals, I haven't done one in a while, but here we are. Let me turn it on a little bit more. These budget-friendly meals come in handy because ain't nobody got no money. And you don't need to eat fabulous every day, but some days, you know, you can save money. Some days you splurge. And then Martina, so when you did you get a new house? Are you still in Oklahoma? Hey Will, how are you doing, Will? Will's always coming through and supporting. Thank you so much. We're having a budget-friendly meal because look at this. 29 cents for some pork. I know some people don't eat pork, but this is for the pork lovers. This for y'all. This episode is for my people that eat pork, okay? And then look, y'all are more resilient than me because I experienced one tornado. I'm out of there. And I have some onions that were in the fridge that I already sauteed. So, during this meal, I have budget-friendly pork because I found the pork for a great price. I am also utilizing a lot of my leftovers in the fridge. And I recommend that if you are cooking, you save everything and then later on, you'll use it for something else. But you have to use it in a timely manner. Martinez said, in the new house she had moved in with my mom for now, so I'll find something. Okay, Martinez, we know that, y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. We know that you sold your house. Are you still going to be in Oklahoma? Or are you done with Oklahoma? And Outdoor, shout out to Outdoor for always coming through. Yeah, so we want to know, are you still going to live in Oklahoma or are you done with it? Oklahoma. And then on houses that you buy that are in Oklahoma, do you have to get like certain insurances or anything like that? And I just said, please like it, love it. Yes, hit the like button, y'all. But shout out to Outdoors because yesterday we were outside and I was like, this is your episode, and he came through. So I really appreciate that. Outdoors is being funny. But I want to know, are you done with Oklahoma or are you still going to stay in Oklahoma? That is my question. So I'm in Alaska and we do have earthquakes that happen. I don't even want to say, but we haven't experienced a bad one in a while. But Oklahoma, Florida, anywhere. Oh my goodness, Truth said love is love. Shout out to Truth, always coming through and supporting. And Truth, we are going to set up another collaboration very, very soon. You also show Truth some love in the building. Truth, I'm so glad I met Truth. Truth, we have me rolling. Like, for real laughing, y'all. Truth, we have me rolling. And he is definitely a man of his word. Shout out to Coach Bird. But y'all show Truth some love in the chat. So, we have our frozen green beans. And Truth said, like I said, I'm on your schedule, love. Yeah, because you're like, an hour behind, right? An hour behind or an hour ahead of me? I can't quite remember. So, we're making a budget-friendly dinner. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. 29 cents for 2 pork chops. Okay, we got green beans. We have our chicken and garlic rice-a-roni. And y'all know rice-a-roni is budget-friendly as well. Okay, 1 hour ahead. Okay, true. Because I was like, I know it was pretty close. But shout out to Coach Ferg. Coach Ferg, you be having me rolling. Coach, if you know Coach Ferg, you know Coach Ferg. Okay? So we got pork chops, chicken and garlic rice-a-roni, green beans and onions. And we're going to make a blueberry barbecue sauce. I have not made it before, but I have a really great idea in my mind. Yes, thank you so much, Truth. Truth always coming through, and Truth and Coach Bird, we must protect them at all costs. Hey, Mike, welcome back, welcome back. And Outdoor said blueberry cobbler. Okay, you guys want me to make desserts, but I don't need to be eating a lot of desserts. That's the only thing. And I made, remember I was like making a lot of like sweets and stuff. Oh, like it's not good for me. It's not. Why don't y'all encourage me to make healthy stuff like I did today? But thank you so much, Truth. I really appreciate you guys. And it's like, I didn't have a terrible day, but it wasn't a great day. And I feel like when I cook, like for me, it really like, it's like my happy place when I cook. Ooh, Outdoor said deep fried blueberry cobbler. Outdoor's finna give me a heart attack. Okay, the other day he said deep fried s'mores. Truth said, I'm juicing right now. You know, I want to get a juicer. I used to live near this woman in Oregon where she would juice a lot, and I would bring her fruit, and she would make me one as well. She would use a lot of like citrus, a lot of like grapefruit, and then she would even put cayenne pepper in her juice because cayenne pepper is really good for you. I thought it was weird, and like for me, she would only put a little bit of cayenne pepper in mine, cause like with cayenne pepper, when you drink it, you gotta work yourself up to it. Okay, so we have our rice on, we have our green beans on. I put the lid on them, and I have the onions in here. I'm not gonna quite season them yet, and they're really, really frozen. So I put the lid on there. That ice is going to dissolve and turn to water. We have our pork here. We got some butter, garlic. I think what we're gonna get started is our sauce. So I got the wildest recipes and they're great like 99% of the time. Imagine dropping a chunk of blueberry cobbler and pancake mix and then dropping it in the fryer. Look, do you have a deep fryer at home? Outdoors, we need you to step away from the deep fryer, because you're not going to make it. Eating what you eating, you're not going to make it. So I'm going to put the blueberries in here with a little bit of water and let those kind of like break down. And like I said, I haven't made this before, but this is my idea, a blueberry barbecue sauce. Outdoors, we want you to make it. You're not gonna make it. And shout out to Truth. We're gonna have him come up here very soon and talk about, you know, his heart surgery that he recently had, because it's very important. You know, another thing that a lot of black men suffer from is high blood pressure, and not just black men, but younger people suffering from high blood pressure because they eat a lot of fast food. And with fast food, you really have to be careful because it may not feel like it, but there's a lot of sodium in it. And I've heard of people that are very, very young having heart attacks or being diagnosed with high blood pressure. And I always wanted to do a live stream about high blood pressure. We just haven't gotten to it yet. I did do one. I interviewed someone that has type 2 diabetes, and he talked about his healthcare scare and that whole situation, because food is very delicious, but eating the wrong foods will get you messed up every time. And that is exactly why I say outdoors, we need you to step away from the deep fryer. I know it's good, but everything that tastes good ain't good for you. And then I dropped ketchup and been using different mustard because it has turmeric and simple ingredients. The woman that I used to juice with, she would also put turmeric in her juices. Turmeric, cayenne pepper. She would just do like a bunch of healthy stuff. And when I drank it, I felt better. And I need to get a juicer and do all that healthy stuff. But this morning I did do a berry bowl, like a smoothie bowl. It was so delicious. So good. So check out that live stream, and I also posted the recipe for that video. What I'm gonna try to do, Foodie Gang, is get my recipes put in here as soon as possible, so that we can move on to the next piece of content. Oh, and I talked to the Foodie Gang food panel. They'll be here tomorrow. Hey, best friend, how are you doing? She over there winning that domino, taking everybody money. But I talked to the Foodie Gang food panel. They're gonna be here tomorrow, and what I want to talk about tomorrow, I discussed this earlier. I want to talk about, is big bone a real thing? Or is that just something that we be saying? Is it real, or is it just a saying? And I want to talk about it with the panel because they are so funny. They be having your girl rolling. So let's kind of clean up. And then we're going to get our Porkchops on here pretty soon. We got our blue. Oh, you know, oh my goodness. I got a ton of pot on. That's why I ain't cooking. And I was going to say, it's not a thing. So that's going to be what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about, is big bone really a thing? Or is it not? When I mentioned it earlier today, Angela has some really good points about it. So we're going to talk about that. But outdoors, is his vote for it? No, it's not a thing. It is not a thing. Obviously it is to an extent, but not that much. She was saying that what Angela was saying when she was here earlier was that, and then yes, Liliana NF was over there playing dominoes on her YouTube channel, winning. I love me some NF, and her daughter is so cute, and it's just nice seeing, like, you know, that family dynamic. And she was over there winning. I said, this woman is talented. How can she do a live stream and focus on this game? I cannot multitask that well. And at the same time, she was watching her kids. She said, let me scroll up. But yeah, you was doing a lot enough. I was like, I don't know how she did all this. She said, yeah, they were big man. And then, not only was she playing dominoes, watching the kids, she was winning. And then reacting to all the comments in the chat. That is like some master multitasking. I was like, see, I can't do it. I gotta focus. I'm like one of those people when I'm driving, I can't be on the phone for that long. Especially if it's winter time, I gotta focus. Thank you. I had to show off to her auntie. Girl, yeah, she was up there multitasking. I'm like, how's she doing all this? And she was winning. Okay, so we're making pork chops. We got a blueberry barbecue sauce that we're working on right now. We got our our chicken garlic rice-a-roni rice in the rice cooker. We're gonna get the pan out and start our pork chops. Look at this deal. 2 pork chops for 29 cents. This is a budget-friendly meal. This is how you feed your family for the low. For the low. Yeah, she was up in there multitasking. She was doing that. I know they was mad. Yes, girl. Look at this. 29 cents. It's crazy, right? It's unbelievable. When I was looking at it, I was like, is this expired? It's not expired. It's just... Okay, and I looked it up. This says, also, y'all, this one's a little bit better. It says Duroc pork. What Duroc is a type of pig. All the pigs, in my opinion, look very nasty. I know some people don't eat pork, but if you do eat pork, this is your episode. This is how you feed your family and still walk out the door with some money. With some money. How's everybody doing today? What you guys cook today? What y'all eat? And then I would say less than 15 cents per pound is crazy. Yeah, you know what? And let me show you guys this too. This is crazy too. Okay, so I'm thawing out turkey because we're gonna be making turkey spaghetti. But look at this. 29 cents for a pack of ground turkey. We're gonna be making some turkey spaghetti for Sunday dinner. This is another great deal. Like, that is crazy, right? That's crazy. And you know, the meat is not expired. It's still in good condition, as you guys can see. And then, enough that I made white rice with stewed meatballs. Oh my goodness. You know what? I actually want to do meatballs with that turkey. And if we have time tonight, I'm going to do a late night prep episode. So remember I was telling y'all that Toya be shopping, but she be giving me stuff sometimes so I don't complain. She found all that meat at a great deal, and I'm like, you know what, do it, Toya. Nobody is complaining if you buy all that meat and give it to me, girl. Thank you. But she be finding these great deals. I think it's because she goes to the store early in the morning. And, because, like, if I saw that meat, I'd buy it all too. You gotta go to the grocery store early in the morning to get the great deals. Now, am I doing all that? I don't know. But when you give me food, I will cook it. Let me try these. See what we're looking at. It's good. Oh my goodness, True tells that that's because she's the best. You know what? She's a great shopper, and Toya is so helpful. Like, she will honestly like give you her last, and she always is looking out. You know, she's a great big sister. Now I will say, you know, you gotta keep Toya on your good side, cause once you cross over and get to the bad side, or you get on her bad side, it's over. It's over. But Toya is such a sweetheart. She always coming through, always helping. And she was like, I like giving you food because you cooking and giving me some. Okay, so we got our sauce working. I'm probably going to move this to the back so that we can start our pork. We got our rice, the green beans are pretty much done. Got those on low heat. Our blueberries are breaking down. Can y'all see that? This pot's kind of tall. Our blueberries are breaking down. We have a little bit of our homemade barbecue sauce. And if we need to, we can always add more barbecue sauce. We'll mix that together. We're going to try this sauce and see what it do. I'm thinking about straining these blueberries, but I might not. So we'll see. We'll see. Once I put that barbecue sauce in here, the sauce will really thicken up because there is sugar in the barbecue sauce. And the sugar will make the sauce thicken up. And if I need to, I don't think I'll need to, but I can always add a little cornstarch. But I think this might be good. We'll see though. So I had some leftover blueberries because this morning I did the berry bowl. And I was like, I had a little bit of barbecue sauce left over from, I made something with barbecue sauce recently. Oh, it was the barbecue mukbang to kick off season 4. I made homemade barbecue sauce. So I had a little bit left in the fridge. And I was like, you know, I'm the type of person where I'm utilizing all my food. I'm like, I can mix it with blueberries, see how it tastes, and put it over pork. Right? It's gonna work, right? We finna see. So I got a little bit of barbecue sauce left. I'm gonna kind of let this, my blueberries, like, reduce a little bit more. And I'm going to put this pan on so I can get my pork started. Okay, I'm going to show y'all the pork one more time before I open the pack. But 2 pork loins for 29 cents. And I have 2 packs of these. So this is meat for less than $1. This is for the pork lovers. Everybody don't love pork, okay? But this episode is for the pork lovers, okay? We don't want to hear nothing Okay, some people love bacon, they eat pork, we don't want to hear nothing. Okay, let's cut these bad boys open. I was trying to see if I can you know how some things you can peel it open. No, this ain't that. Okay, we got our pork chops right here. I'm gonna throw this away and wash my hands. Okay, we got our pork right here. We're gonna season it up. I'm gonna put a little bit of Dash the garlic herb seasoning blend on there. We got our pan nice and hot. Put a little Italian seasoning on there, and I put some black pepper on there too. And you can always bake your pork chops in the oven, but we're gonna put them on the stove today. We ain't got that much time. we go. Y'all ready? Let me tell y'all a little bit more. I'm gonna turn these blueberries down. It is, the more you reduce it, or the more you the higher you cook it, the more it'll reduce. So you don't want to leave the blueberries on there. Put this down. We got some pop in there. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? What's going on? What you got going on? And Brandon, we are making a budget-friendly meal. I got 2 pork chops for 29 cents. So we got some pork chops. I'm gonna make a blueberry barbecue sauce. We have some string beans on the stove with some onions, and then we have some chicken and garlic rice back there in the rice cooker. So yeah, we cooking today. Let's see what's gonna work. Brandon, this episode is for pork lovers. Okay, this is for the pork lovers. I'll be making episodes for people who don't eat pork all the time. But this one right here, I'll be using shrimp, turkey, chicken. But this one's for the pork lovers. We got a nice crust on there. You know what, Brandon? You're the first one that came through. And I knew we were going to have people come through saying that. And that's fine. But you know, bacon is very popular. A lot of people eat pork. So we have our blueberries back here. I'm going to mix in the barbecue sauce into the blueberries. And this is homemade barbecue sauce. So we're putting into our blueberry sauce. Or into our blueberries. I just have blueberries and a little bit of water in here. Hey Linda, how are you doing? How are you doing? We're going to mix that together. And then I'm going to let this cook for a little bit before I taste it. So this is what it looks like. So it's a blueberry barbecue sauce. Brandon is putting out warnings out here. But Brandon, this episode is for the pork lovers. Okay, I'll be making episodes for you too. For y'all that don't eat pork all the time. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. I'm going to put the lid on so I can make sure that the inside gets cooked. I just wanted to get a really great sear and color on the outside. A little bit of water in here. I'm going to just get the lid. Hi, this is Perfect One. El Cheapo, what's going on, girl? What's going on? We're breaking the rules. We're making somebody mad. El Cheapo, do you eat pork? Okay, so but we're making a budget-friendly. I gotta fix my sock here. I'm sorry. Making a budget-friendly meal. We got our pork chops. 29 cents for 2 pork chops. We have our green beans and onions. We got our chicken and garlic rice-a-roni in the back, and we're making a barbecue or blueberry barbecue sauce. Linda said, "Good morning, Queen Chef. Yum yum. Make me want to try some chops and make a sandwich." Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yes. So this one, we got some pork chops in here. I'm hitting it with a little bit of water so I can make sure that the inside cooks. For these pork chops, I use salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, and dash seasoning, the garlic herb version. We love you too, Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. Brandon is always here during our time for tea episodes, where we do that on StreamYard. One day Brandon will hit the panel. If you haven't, I don't think you have you, Brandon? We're waiting for you to hit the panel, Brandon. If you haven't. And then Alshiba said, like pork chops, but it gives me a headache, so I haven't it here and there. Oh, okay, so you have it here and there. You know what else? Somebody was telling me that tea. Oh, I remember. It was NF. She was saying that when she drinks tea late at night, it gives her a headache. Some foods are weird like that. And then Brandon said, "I'm one of those health nuts. I will hit the panel soon." Okay. Because I was like, I don't think we've seen Brandon on the panel. But you know what, Brandon, when we talk about food stamps again, I think that will be a good episode for you to come up on if you're available. Just because we're talking about junk food should not be allowed to be purchased on EBT. And you can definitely speak to that. Oh, and then you know what was so funny? What was so funny is that we actually had a debate about what junk food is. And then NF gonna say some crazy stuff. She said cookies are not junk food. Like, what? I'm trying to make sure my head's not cut off. Here we go. She said cookies are not junk food. We was like, what? But we was having a debate about what junk food is and what is not junk food and what is junk food. And then Brandon said, "Else people imagine that." But yeah, we were having a debate about what junk food is and what junk food ain't. What qualifies as junk food and what is, you know what I'm saying? So let me put some garlic in my peppers, my green beans. Okay, tomorrow we're having turkey spaghetti for Sunday dinner. If I have time tonight, we'll do a late night prep session. Y'all love them prep sessions, okay? Y'all love the prep sessions more than the cooking sessions. Yes, El Cheapo is adorable. Okay, earlier I was watching this short that El Cheapo put out, and she was trying on different hair pieces, and you can hear her daughter in the background like hyping her up. She was like, "Oh, girl, you looking good." She said something like that, and I just thought it was so cute. You know, like I love how sometimes your kids will be your biggest fans. You know, and then when you go out in the world, everybody gonna beat you down, talk bad about you. But your kids absolutely love you. They adore you. They don't see you the way the world does. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids love us. They love us. And I love that about them. And they're very positive. But you can hear Taylor in the background. She was like, "Oh, girl." I'm like, that's fun talking about. But I love how no matter what people got to say about you, your kids love you. Okay, Brandon said if he eat pork, I couldn't fit in my gorgeous bins. Brandon, okay, Brandon. Okay, Brandon. We see you, Brandon. You out here doing it in style. Okay, when my rice cooker goes off, I like to unplug it. But yes, LC, I was watching you trying your little hair pieces. I used to. It's not a hair piece. It's like a drawstring ponytail. When I used to be wearing my weaves and stuff, I don't care no more. It is what it is. I'm just gonna be bald headed. I'm gonna be bald headed. If I'm gonna have dreads, I'm gonna have dreads. But when I lived in Oregon, my friend taught me how to do my baby hairs really, really good. And I used to get one of those ponytails too. I used to do like kind of like a wet and wavy type of texture. But now, look, I don't do my edges no more. I don't wear weave no more. I don't even care. Okay, Brandon, I'll come on when there's a good debate. Take your time, take your time. I'm always happy when you guys do hit the panel, and I really appreciate it. Ooh, okay. She said, "This is new for me. I'm going to a concert tomorrow." Okay. Which one are you gonna wear, El Chipo? Are you gonna wear the long one, or you said the other one looked like a church lady? Which one are you gonna wear? And what type of concert you going to? El Chipo always got something going on. Okay, as you would say, I even got almond shaped nails, getting out of my comfort zone. Long. Okay, you gonna wear the long one? Okay, El Chipo said she finna go get her a man. El Chipo said she finna go get her a man. And she said she gonna throw it back on somebody. Okay, El Chipo, you said new hair, who this? We ain't judging you, El Chipo. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And Brandon said, I gotta gain weight before y'all see me. Thank God for steroids. Brandon, I feel like you joking. And, Brandon's funny. Okay. Got the barbecue sauce. Let's taste this. Let's get to the taste. Man, you gotta gain weight. We gotta lose weight. But you know what? At the end of the day, just it is what you're gonna be. Who you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be who you're gonna be. And I honestly feel like everyone, if they could, would change something about themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try this barbecue sauce. We're gonna see what they're sitting for. I never had this before, but there's this woman who sells blue or strawberry barbecue sauce. I'm gonna put a little bit more black pepper in there. Brand that health is life. You know, I always say food is life. So that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking for the cinnamon, but I can't find it. I'm only going to put some of this brown sugar vermin seasoning in here. We like Brandon. We like Brandon. We like Brandon over here. And we like Brandon. But if we feel like we need to block anybody, we will. We're not really. Put some more water in here. Ooh, a lot of spices over here. Okay, they tell me this trick in the kitchen. If you poke your meat, depending on how it feels, you can tell if it's cooked all the way. So if you poke through your meat, you can kind of see like if it's done enough, and if this meat doesn't feel okay. So it's kind of hard to explain, but they told me this. They said, touch your skin or touch your skin and see how you feel. You can kind of tell how your meat is done depending on how it feels. I can tell my meat is done. And then also what they used to use a lot in the kitchen, they used to use thermometers. You can also use a thermometer, nothing wrong with that. So I feel like everything's done. The sauce is good. We got the green beans over here. Now we're going to start working on the plating up. We're going to start working on plating up our food. Budget friendly meal. Let me make sure I turn all these burners off. Budget friendly meal. Less than $20. You can feed the whole family. Here we go. But yeah, Brandon, we like you, Brandon. I wasn't gonna kick you out. And I had to like reread the comments. I was like, I don't think Brandon said anything crazy. We like Brandon though. We ain't gonna get rid of Brandon just yet. Okay? It don't work that way. Y'all are trying to weaponize. Y'all trying to weaponize being a moderator. That's how you mold your rice. You get a little container, you put your rice in there, and then that's how you mold it. Yeah, I agree, Brandon. You didn't say anything crazy. Like, compared to what these trolls be saying, they be talking crazy. Ooh, it's hot. Hot! That's how you mold your rice. You put it into a container, you pat it dry, and then you just flip it over and turn it out. So, we're building our plates here. I'm just making sure my burner is not hot. I don't want to have no accidents while I'm on live. Be very, very careful. Now we're going to go in with our green beans. Hey Angela, how are you doing? Angela, we're making a budget-friendly meal. I got some pork chops here, some green beans, a blueberry barbecue sauce, and some rice. This episode is for the pork lovers, okay? Angela, I remember that you wanted to do the episode about homelessness. I was gonna ask you, do you have social media, or like Instagram or Facebook, or any way I can get in touch with you so we can like talk about, times for that collaboration / interview? Because I definitely want to do that. I think it's a great topic. And, food and homelessness goes together, because even though people are homeless, they still got to eat something. Yes, thank you, Brandon. Brandon said Freezy, Mo Love, 907, FNM, BBB, Prime, Rias, Family. I agree. Thank you so much, Brandon. I love the presentation. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when they said Brandon, I said, hold on. I had to go reread the chat, and I'm like, I don't think he said nothing crazy. And first of all, we done seen Brandon in here so many times, and I see Brandon in other chats. I'm not finna let nobody convince me that the people that I see all the time are bad people. So there we got the rice, the green beans. Now we're gonna put the pork chops and the blueberry barbecue sauce. I had some a little bit of barbecue sauce left over, and I had some blueberries. I was like, I'm tired of making gravy. Let me just mix them together and see. Right here. Yes, yes, Brandon. Look, ain't nobody gonna drive us apart. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring this closer for y'all to see. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so we got pork chops, green beans, rice, and we're gonna put some blueberry barbecue sauce, which sounds crazy, but it's good. Okay, here we go, y'all. A budget-friendly meal. We got some pork chops, blueberry barbecue sauce, green beans, and chicken and garlic rice. Look at that. Budget-friendly too. We found these pork chops on a deal. Everybody doesn't do pork, but this episode right here is for the pork lovers, okay? We don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. And for my people who don't like pork, I have so many videos on my channel, so many cooking videos where we have used shrimp, chicken, we've done fish. I've even done vegetarian and vegan meals. One thing that I want to tackle next is I want to make a low carb meal. That is definitely on the agenda. On the agenda. So let me put this one back in here. I'm going to take this out of here. And Brandon, you know what? I've been hearing about a lot of people being vegan, but not like doing it for a long time. And sometimes people have to go back to eating regular, or different type of food for a certain type of protein. And then Linda said, looking good, save me a plate. I am coming over. Okay, you come to Alaska? Because that's where I'm at. But we got budget-friendly meal. This is how you feed the family when you're on a budget. And we got the rice right there, the chicken and garlic rice. We got the pork chops with the blueberry barbecue sauce. And we got the green beans with some onion and garlic in it. That's how we do it over here at 97 Good Eats. We be cooking, y'all. I'm going to wipe the stove off. It's driving me crazy. Like, as soon as I'm done cooking and eating, I have to clean the kitchen up. I can't take it. I can't take it, y'all. I don't know how people have, like, a ton of dirty dishes, because it's like, I cannot take it. And Brandon said plants have protein. Yes, that is true, and vegetables do have protein. That, I'm not disagreeing with you there. But, one of the Foodie Gang members was vegan herself, and she went back to eating meat because she needed the nutrients from the meat. Everybody is different. There are a lot of sources of protein. People do eat meat to get protein also. And then Linda Bar said your blueberry barbecue sauce. What are your ingredients? I will post the recipe down below. Um, Probably like a couple of days. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I made a homemade blueberry sauce or homemade barbecue sauce, and I had a little bit of that left, and I had some blueberries. So I put some water with the blueberries and let them cook, let them reduce, and then I added in that homemade barbecue sauce. I added some bourbon season, brown sugar bourbon seasoning, and some black pepper. But I will post all the recipes, if not tonight, by tomorrow for the sauce. So let me ask y'all this. If you go to a restaurant and you order this, how much are you paying? Brandon, I don't believe you on that, Brandon. There's no way possible. I don't believe you on there. Okay, so we got 2 plates here. What time is it? It's 8:30. I think we're gonna head over to the table. I'm gonna do a live food review for you guys, and then yeah, we're finna eat. I'm finna tell y'all what it's tasting like, what it's hitting for. I like to do 2 plates so that I eat one and I take a picture of the other one. So, I'm gonna move this over to the table for y'all. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, okay, Brandon. Okay. And then it said I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's 12:30 a.m. I have 8:30 here. You know what? I met someone from Cleveland, Ohio recently. Okay, I moved the light over. I'm coming back to get y'all. Don't worry, don't worry. Woo! Okay, we're gonna do a live taste test. I'm gonna taste it for y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it's hitting for, and I'm going to give you guys these recipes. Do not worry, foodie gang. Perfect view. Yes, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Shout out to the food gang. Y'all be making sure I'll be saying prayed up over here. I'll be making sure I say prayed up. Do y'all remember these? These lip glosses where like they have the roll thing on it? I saw this today and I was like, I have got to get this. I have not had one of these lip chaps or lip glosses in a long time. And so I got it, and it is peach flavor. But it's the one where you put it on and it like rolls on. Okay. Y'all know I always tell y'all. If you are a YouTuber, you cannot show up without no water, no lip chap, lip gloss. You gotta have something. You gotta have something. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tap the like button. Shout out to Truth Teller for coming through with the $20. Truth, I owe you so many shout outs on my community wall. Thank you so much. You guys support the channel, support the channel. You can send a super chat, super sticker. You can even become a member and receive exclusive exclusive content. Now, Brandon, that's a funny one. Brandon, I think you're right though. Brandon said lip gloss is a man's weakness or men's weakness. I agree. Okay, so it was so funny when we were talking about Diddy. We were talking about 50 Cent's baby mama. She recently got on the stand and said that she was with 50 Cent first, and then she went to Diddy, and 50 Cent was begging her to have a baby with her, another baby. We're probably going to talk about that more because you know what? Guess what? Ja Rule clapped back. Y'all know Ja Rule and 50 Cent been beefing forever. But anyway, anywho, when I showed the picture of the baby mama, Brandon was like, "Dang, she is fine though." I believe it was Brandon. Um, so we gotta talk about what Ja Rule said, and I wonder what 50 got to say. And Brandon said, "Men like two things, shiny and round." But yes, Ja Rule has something to say, and can you blame him? See, that's the thing. When you go around, you talking mess about everybody, then you need to be sure that there's no skeletons or nothing, going on with you because now they can't wait to get 50 because 50 be trolling everybody. So, Ja Rule has something to say. I gotta watch the video and see what he's had to say, but we got pork chops, 29 cents for 2 pork chops. We have green beans and onions with a little bit of garlic in there. We have a chicken and garlic rice. And this is a budget friendly meal. Can you believe that everything that I cooked here was less than $20? Maybe even $15, but I'm going to say 20. Just to think that you can eat something that's budget friendly and it still looks delicious. I tell you guys, you are going to eat with your eyes, so make your food, even if it's for yourself, look good. Ooh, okay, Linda knows what I'm talking about with these lip taps or lip glosses. They used to come in every color, every flavor, and you do like this. You roll it on. And I have trouble finding a lip gloss that works for this because the lip gloss like around like the corners of my mouth will turn white when I've been doing a lot of talking during my StreamYard live, but this one so far is good. Thank you so much, Luna. And I like people from Russia. There was a woman who came in from Russia and she was telling us about the foods. She was telling us about her way of life. Like, I love that. Let me turn my music down a little bit. I love that YouTube is like all over the world and you're able to meet people from all over the world. I really, really like that. Let me just reach over here. Because, like, I've met people from Russia, but it's different because we got time to sit down and talk. Oh, wait, she was telling me, she asked me if I ever ate any food from Russia. I think it's called pierogies. I had that a long time ago, but I haven't had that since then. So, we got our pork chops, we got our blueberry barbecue sauce, we have our rice, which is chicken and broccoli. Rice-a-roni, y'all. This is Budget friendly meal. And then we have our green beans with onions and garlic. And these green beans were actually frozen. This is rice-a-roni, and this is pork that we found for a really good price. So we're gonna try this. Simmer Grace. I'm gonna cut rice first. I know everything. I know this is a budget friendly meal. We found 2 pork chops for 29 cents. We got a rice-a-roni over here. We got our green beans, onions with some garlic. And I made a blueberry barbecue sauce. So I have, remember when y'all was here and I made homemade barbecue sauce, right? Well, I had a little bit left and I had some blueberries left over from this morning. This morning we made a berry bowl. It was so good. And so I was like, you know what? I got a little bit of blueberries and a little bit of barbecue sauce. Let me mix them together. It's good. So, how are you doing though, Arnell? How are you doing? How's everybody doing? And Arnell said, never tried that sauce. You know what? They also make, like, I've never had it before, but I've heard about it. It is a strawberry barbecue sauce. I've never had that one, but I have heard about it. Mmm. Green beans, delicious. Okay, we're gonna cut into our pork chop with our blueberry barbecue sauce, and we're gonna see what it's hidden for. This episode is for the pork lovers, okay? We know some of y'all don't eat pork, but we know that people love bacon. So somebody eating pork or swine, as y'all want to call it. Okay, I gotta cut this a little bit better. Oh, well, you know, I should got a real knife. Duh. Okay, this will go. Let's try our swine. Mmm. Wow. Mmm. This blueberry barbecue sauce is like, you get the sweetness, and then you get like the tartness from the blueberries, and then you get the barbecue flavor. It's really, really good. So how I cooked my pork chops is I seared both sides, and then I put water in the pan and I covered it with the lid. But I normally I bake my pork chops, or I bake them a lot too. But this time I cooked them in the pan. Um, some lip gloss. Linda said some lip gloss would irritate my lips, and I would sometimes get burning and a little swelling. So I have to be careful of which brand I use. You know what, Linda? I haven't experienced burning or irritation, but like I said, when I'm doing my live streams and I'm talking a lot, my lip gloss like will turn white. I just cannot stand it. But y'all, I did like a 4-hour live stream the other day, and my mouth was like so dry. I was like, I don't know how people do 10 hours, 12 hours. Like, I can barely do 4. And Lynn said no gravy or sauce on your rice. You can put some of this barbecue sauce and rice. But you know what, Linda, I actually like rice. Like I would eat white rice by itself. So I like rice. I'm okay with my rice and having sauce on it. Mm. This is so good, you guys, and it's budget friendly, delicious. These green beans, salt, pepper, olive oil, caramelized onions, and garlic. So simple, yet so good. So good. Mm. You know what's so funny right now? Outdoors was here, and he has been talking about fried food like for like the past 2 or 3 lives. But he was talking about deep fried s'mores yesterday. And I think today, I forgot what he said, but I was like, you need to step away from the deep fryer, okay? Honestly, I like my pork chops breaded with flour than fried. Yes, fried pork chops are really good. Oh, thank you, Linda. If you're new here, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're always cooking. I share my recipes with you guys. So most of my cooking videos, all of them when I have food, there will be some type of recipe. I will post the recipe for this probably tomorrow because it's kind of late, y'all. But I will post the recipe for this because I want you guys to go home and be able to make whatever I'm cooking. I'm not one of those chefs who was like, it's my recipe and you can't have it. It's not that serious. You know, everybody deserves to eat a quality meal, so go ahead and use my recipe. You're gonna be eating right. But yeah, I should have got a real knife. I don't know why I got a butter knife, y'all. But this sauce and this pork chop, it's just all so good together. But I need to get a real knife. Mm. We had breakfast this morning. Well, it was late for y'all. It was more like lunch, but we gonna call it breakfast. We had a berry bowl. It was like a smoothie bowl, really really tasty. Now we're coming back for dinner, and we have our pork chops, blueberry barbecue sauce, chicken and garlic rice with green beans. We eating good. You know what? Someone always asks me about lamb. I do like lamb, and I've made lamb before with you guys. I think I did like peas. Maybe it was rice and like a mustard sauce. I do like lamb, but I don't eat lamb a ton. But let me ask you this. I have some ground lamb. Excuse me. I have some ground lamb in the freezer. How do you guys think I should make or what do you guys think I should make with the ground lamb? let me know. But I do like lamb. I don't eat it a lot though. Probably like once or twice a year. I don't just like, I don't go to the store like, ooh, let me get some lamb. You know what I'm saying? But I have cooked lamb. I even made a recipe for you guys. But I have some ground lamb in the freezer. How should I cook it? Mm-hmm. Lamb is so good. Lamb chops are good. And I feel like I just love the mustard sauce for my lamb. Lamb chops? I think I need like a mustard cream sauce. So good. Maybe that's why I don't eat it a lot. Because lamb is expensive. Maybe that's why I don't eat it, Linda. I ain't got no money yet. And I know I said, do you cook lamb differently? I believe I sear it on both sides and cook it in the pot. I know in the restaurants, what they'll do is that they'll sear it and then they'll finish it in the oven. I think I seared it. But like I said, I don't cook lamb a ton. I don't make lamb a ton. Like, I probably eat lamb chops like once or twice a year. It's very, very rare. Mm-mm-mm. Let me run back. Let me run back. I'm just like, let me get me a real knife and we could be done with this. You know what I'm saying? I need to cut it up right. But I'm not really like a lamb. I don't eat lamb a ton. But I don't dislike lamb. I know in the restaurant I worked, lamb was like a big thing. Very popular. Um One thing I miss about working is like the food was amazing. The food was amazing. And I tried like so many different cuisines. It was just so good. Now I gotta cook at home. But when I go out to eat, my food is messed up. I'll be so mad. Because I'll be like thinking in my mind, like, man, I should just cook my own food at home. I know that's the only time I eat lamb is when I eat gyros sandwich. Ooh, man. Them gyros are so good. So good. Especially when you get the tzatziki on it. When they put the lettuce, the tomatoes on there. Ooh, that lamb is good. Crab has gone up. And that's why, like, I'm going to say, like, in the 2021, we would do a lot of seafood boils. And we would get king crab. Alaska king crab. We haven't done that in so long. Because crab has really gone up. And Linda said lamb chops are a splurge. Look, maybe that's why I don't eat lamb a lot. I feel like when you pay a lot of money for a certain protein, it has to be cooked properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it's a waste. I can see how Euro could be heavy. Definitely not something that you eat every day, but I can see how it can be heavy. We might have to make that one day. A Euro. You know, I actually haven't done any Greek food. on this channel. We might have to have a freak night. Mm. My lip clap is rolling in camera, Lindo. I think I had chicken gyro once. It was kind of like dry. But I didn't have it from like the authentic gyro makers. I was like working somewhere and they had it on the grill special. Well, I don't think it was a grill. We used to have a Create station. It was called Create, and it was like, it was like you can make whatever special you wanted. And so when I had it, it was like the chicken was dry. So I would be willing to eat it again. You know what I'm saying? I think for the chicken gyro they use chicken breast. Linda, when you have the chicken gyros, what kind of meat is typically on there? Is it chicken thighs? Is it chicken breast? But yeah, it was really dry. No, Arnell, no, I did not. Your girl don't need to eat no more bread. I'm doing good today. I did a berry bowl today. Smoothie bowl. Now we're eating. I don't need no more bread. I think I eat enough bread. Don't worry about it. But we are gonna have, speaking of bread, we are gonna have turkey spaghetti tomorrow. And I asked one of my sisters to bring garlic bread. If they don't bring it, that's okay with me. I'm not gonna be mad. Oh, you know what I should try to make as or try to get is a salad. You know when you go to Olive Garden and they bring you out the breadsticks and the salad will be so good. And then they actually, if you want fresh Parmesan cracked over, or not cracked, but if you want a fresh Parmesan on your salad, it's so good. I said crack like it's pepper. You can't crack garlic. I mean, you can't crack Parmesan cheese, but it's so good. But I don't need no bread. Thank you though, Arnell. You know what I want to have that I keep hearing about? I keep hearing about chicken spaghetti. And I think one day I'm going to have to make it because I keep hearing about it. I have not had chicken spaghetti, but I always hear about it. Okay. Linda said, I don't know what part of the chicken was used, but the meat was moist in the air. Yeah. They made it with like, it was dry. It was like, what the heck is this? I feel like any protein that you're eating, you don't want it to be dry. Like, it shouldn't be like chalky. You know what I'm saying? Or if it is dry, that's where the sauce making really comes into play. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be dry. Ooh, you know what else is good? Have you ever had this? Falafel. Falafel's bomb. I said, will you be making your own spaghetti sauce or ragu? This time I'm going to use a ragu. Normally I'll make my own sauce. And the reason why I'm using the ragu It's because that was given to me, y'all. Y'all know I'm on a budget. And yes, sauce making is so important. When I went to culinary school years ago, it helped me out with my sauce making so much. I didn't even know Alfredo sauce was so easy to make. I did not know mayonnaise and a lot of these sauces that we consume are easy to make. And so when my sauce game got, when I got my sauce game up high, my food got elevated. It really did. Telling you, you can have nasty protein and a good sauce, and that sauce will save your food every time. But if you have good food and you put a nasty sauce on top of it, your whole meal will be ruined. That's how important sauce making is. You can have dry meat, but you can have a sauce that's just delicious, right? And it'll save the day. But if that sauce is nasty or too thin or not the right consistency, it'll just ruin the food. Sauce making is so important, which is why I have always wanted to do like a sauce making course because sauces are so important. And Linda said, what's the difference between spaghetti sauce and ragu sauce? I do not remember the difference off the top of my head. I think spaghetti sauce is like blended. And I think the ragu has like the peppers in it. But I gotta check. Yes, seasoning is important, very important. Don't say that you're part of the food gang and you're out here using salt and pepper. It's just not acceptable. You're embarrassing us. You need to season your food. But Linda, I think that is the difference between those two sauces, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. But all those sauces are so similar. But where they originated from, they're very particular about their names. In the U.S., we be messing up names and calling stuff the wrong thing all the time. I actually have my tablet right here, and I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up, Linda, so I can be sure. Because I know that there's a difference, but I don't think it's a huge difference. What's the difference between spaghetti sauce and ragu? Look. Oh my goodness. Your girl knew what she was talking about. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Ragu sometimes includes vegetable chunks. Properly prepared bolognese does not. Ragu typically uses red wine, while bolognese calls for white. Okay. But it's hard. That's a hard answer because there's a brand of spaghetti sauce that's literally called ragu. Yes, Arnell. I have some leftover broccoli, and I was just gonna reheat that and use that. But I was like, you know what? Let me just make a whole new vegetable, and I'll eat the broccoli, um, with something else. Okay, so ragu has chunks of vegetables in it. And I don't know why, but okay. Spaghetti sauce and ragu, while both meat-based pasta sauces, differ primarily in their flavor profiles and ingredients. Spaghetti sauce often features a more tomato-forward flavor, with a sweeter taste, while ragu tends to be less tomato heavy and has a richer, more complex flavor due to wine. Okay, so like I said, all those sauces are very, very similar. And I said ragu, but I was talking about the brand of spaghetti sauce named ragu. That's another thing that's confusing. Is like that is literally a brand that makes spaghetti sauce. So it's very confusing, but they're all really similar. Ragu will have the chunks. Spaghetti sauce will be like smooth and has more of a tomato flavor. But they're all similar. Don't tell them that though. Yes. Seasonings and sauces are very important. But sauce making, very important. Gotta season your food. Shout out to Truth Teller for being the sponsor of this episode. Y'all go ahead and support the channel. Become a member. Send a super chat so that we can continue to make delicious meals. And Arnell said basically spaghetti sauce is made from scratch, while ragu, meaning it comes out of the jar, more manufactured. Okay, Arnell, I'll tell you this. A lot of, no, not a lot, but some people don't know how to make sauces. And so they go and they buy spaghetti sauce off the shelf. Whatever you have to do is whatever you have to do. I do have a lot of videos, but you know what? I need to make like a short. I do have I've made spaghetti sauce from scratch so many times. It really is not hard, but the reason why we buy the store-bought sauces is for convenience. For convenience. So crazy because this one right here. Now, I'll say all this. A lot of people say that they don't put sugar in their spaghetti sauce, right? Understandable. And then they go to the store and they buy a store-bought spaghetti sauce. Those store-bought sauces have cornstarch and sugar in them. No, not cornstarch. Corn syrup and sugar in them. This goes to show you that people have no idea what they are buying. And so they look down on me putting a little bit of sugar in my spaghetti sauce, and then they go to the store and buy a store-bought spaghetti sauce that has sugar in it. So, y'all be educated, read y'all labels, know what you talking about, okay? Store-bought spaghetti sauce actually has a ton of sugar in it. I know that you're making Alfredo or tomato. I am making turkey spaghetti, and I have some store-bought spaghetti sauce, which is not bad. But I'm just saying, just know what you're getting. There's nothing wrong with store-bought spaghetti sauce. There's nothing wrong with making it at home. This time I'm using the store-bought spaghetti sauce because somebody gave it to me. Arnell's one of them people that does not agree with the sugar. You know what? I always say this. Everyone's gonna cook different, and that's what they do. You know. I love y'all food game. Y'all be having me rolling. If you don't want sugar in your spaghetti sauce, I would advise you to not buy any spaghetti sauce store-bought. They all have sugar in them. So, You have to make it from scratch. And don't put sugar in it. The reason why they put sugar in spaghetti sauce is to help with or it's to balance out the acidity from the tomatoes. That's what they told me. I'm just telling y'all what they told me. I didn't know that. Oh, the sugar and the acidity. Yeah, when I was working in the kitchen, and we like I think they call them number 10 cans. We used to get big cans of like crushed tomatoes, and we would make our own sauce. And the chefs would tell me like, "Hey, put sugar in it, because the sugar helps balance out the acidity from the tomatoes." You know when you get like you're eating like a tomato product and your mouth is like kind of like chalky or like it feels weird. So you put the sugar in there to balance out the acidity. And then Linda, I put a little sugar in my spaghetti sauce, just like some make homemade cornbread with seasoned or jiffy cornbread that is sweet. I've seen people put honey in their cornbread. Now, it is not a lot of sugar. Like, you're not making Kool-Aid here. It's a little bit. Honda been going hard out here on these YouTube streets with the Jurassic reactions going hard. Y'all make sure y'all tap into Honda's YouTube channel. And shout out to Honda because he be everywhere. I always see Honda supporting. Thank you so much, Honda. And not only does Honda support, he be giving me recipes to slap yo mama shrimp spaghetti. Delicious. And we have some pork chops. We have blueberry barbecue sauce, and then chicken and garlic rice with green beans. And I'm gonna have to grab you guys the other plate. You guys know how I always make 2 plates. Like I'll eat one, and I'll eat one, and then I have one that I use as a display. Honda, you are not tuned into my community tab because I posted a picture of the smoothie bowl and I even said the recipe is available now. So the recipe is up there on that video. When are you going to give me my recipe? And this is a budget-friendly meal. This is chicken and garlic rice-a-roni. I don't really fool rice-a-roni because rice-a-roni be having your girl mad. But meal. We're doing a budget-friendly meal. Honda, stop it. You know I love onions. Honda, you know I put onions in everything. You already know this. I did put onions in the green beans, but any one of my recipes, if you see something that you don't like, you can always substitute it or take it out. Right? Honda, we do this every time you come here. Okay, I didn't put onions in the breakfast. It's not good enough. Okay, we're making turkey spaghetti tomorrow. I did want to do another live stream and prep, but I don't know. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow for show though. But I kind of wanted to get my meatballs made up tonight. So, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. But Jihan, you know I'm gonna put onions in the food, okay? You know that. Be right back. I'll show y'all. This is what we made. Yes, or no, I have about 4 pounds of ground turkey, and I wanted to do meatballs. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Every time I make a plan to do meatballs, I get lazy and I just do a meat sauce. I'm be real with y'all. But I want to make meatballs, but we gonna see. We gonna see. So this is the plate right here. We got the pork chops. 29 cents for 2 pork chops. So this is a budget-friendly meal. We got a blueberry barbecue sauce, y'all. This sauce is delicious. I had some blueberries left over from this morning, and I had some homemade barbecue sauce that I made a couple days ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me mix these together. Let's see what it do. It is delicious. Shout out to Truth Teller for being the sponsor of this show. You know, I appreciate that so much. If you guys join the channel, support the channel. But if you can't, hit the like button, double tap the screen. After this video is over, come back and leave a comment. Make sure you turn on the notifications, because when I do my time for tea, that's when we get into hot topics. I do that during the week. But when I cook, it's at various times. So I always say turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a recipe. Never miss a cooking session. Linda, for you. Okay, on the pork, I put dash seasoning, the garlic blend, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. So simple, but so delicious. And what I did, I put a thick layer of seasoning. I put the seasoning side down, and then I flipped it. Restart. I put the seasoning side down, right? While that was sauteing, I put a little bit of olive oil in the pan as well. Seasoning side down. While that was cooking, I was seasoning the other side. I then flipped it and seared the other side, right? And that gave me that like crust on the outside. And then I took about a cup of water. I didn't pour it over the pork, but I poured it in the pan. And then I covered it with the lid so that I could make sure the inside gets done. Y'all need to start paying me for my recipes. Because I ain't going to keep giving y'all these recipes and y'all don't support me. Y'all not no members. Look, y'all getting recipes and cooking lessons from a whole chef out here for the low. One day when I blow up, I ain't going to be doing this no more with y'all. Look, I'm telling y'all how to get a crust, how to saute, how to prep. I need to be telling y'all everything. And I give y'all the recipes. What? Like, y'all don't got no excuse. You just have to not like cooking at that point. Because I'm telling y'all the secrets. I'm giving you the recipes. I'm making videos for y'all. Like, I'm really walking y'all through this. And Linda, thank you so much for coming. I hope we see you again. Have a good night. Have a good night. And you know what? Good food. Everyone deserves to eat a quality meal. Good food will make your day every time. Every time. Every time. Mm-mm. I don't do that to me. That's not what I said. I said you gonna blow up and forget about us little people. No, I'm gonna have a place here for y'all in my heart. Cause y'all, where I started at. You know, and I'm a regular person. I'm just playing with y'all. And then Lisa, have you ever heard of cracked chicken? No, I never heard of that. I never heard of that. I know you. Out of everything I said, you got. I was gonna forget about you. That's all you got from what I was saying. No, I haven't tried that. What is that, Linda? Linda, I had cracked chicken and it is delicious. I'm gonna have to look that up right here. Like, what is cracked chicken? Have you guys ever heard of I think it's like cracked chicken dip. Ooh, I make this really good bean dip. So good, so good. I actually made a video tab my page where it's like it's a cheesy bean dip. So freaking good. Oh my goodness. But we're gonna look up what is cracked chicken. And let's see what that is looking like. Y'all don't do that to me. No, I'm not gonna blow up and forget about y'all. Y'all my people. Y'all my people. Y'all the foodie gang. No, I'm not gonna forget about y'all. I gotta look up. So I'm looking up this cracked chicken and see. Yes, cheesy bean dip, so good. In the video tab of my YouTube channel, there's a recipe and a video for the cheesy bean dip. And I did a short video on it. So yeah, get that recipe. It's so good. I don't think I've ever made a dip on live though. But I did do a video. I honestly would do more videos, but it still has a lot of editing. Okay, so it's called cracked chicken. Um. Okay, Linda, I'm seeing a lot of recipes for the slow cooker. Is that the right recipe? Is that the same recipe in the crock pot? Yeah, that sounds freaking delicious from what I'm looking at. I'm gonna show y'all once she confirms that it is the crock pot recipe. Any anything with the name crack in it besides the drug is gonna be good. Okay. Does it look like this? Is that it right there? Is that the one we're looking at? The one you're making the slow cooker, Linda? Yeah, it looks really, really good. It looks like they make the meat in the crock pot, and then in this photo, they put it on a sandwich. And then you can make a dip out of it. Yeah, you know what? I was actually thinking about more. I needed more crock pot recipes. Ooh, they even got a Cajun slow cooker crack chicken. You want to see it? Let me make it bigger actually. This is a Cajun slow cooker crack chicken. Linda said the crack chicken that I had was thick and heavy, but I did not make it, so I don't know. Okay, Linda. I think this is it, and I was actually looking for more crock pot recipes. Um, what I've learned is that with the crock pot, because the length of the time, I'll either have to do a 2-part live stream, or I can just make a video. So that's the thing with the crock pot. I've done both. I made videos, and I also did like a 2-part live stream before, where the first part was me like putting everything in the crock pot, and then when we came back, it was like 8 hours later, and we were like, I was showing you how to finish product. And I said, when you gonna make gumbo? You know what? Somebody else asked me that. For some reason, I always just make jambalaya. But gumbo and jambalaya are very similar. But gumbo has the rice served separately. Jambalaya is where you put the rice inside of like the. I made my jambalaya in a crock pot. Jambalaya is the rice is inside. Gumbo's rice on the side. Ooh, Lynn said this was cooked in the oven and they put crackers and Parmesan cheese mixture on top. Oh my goodness. Linda, you're like making me hungry and I'm eating at the same time. So I shouldn't be getting hungry. But yeah, that cracked chicken looking good. It's looking good. Mmm. This blueberry barbecue sauce, I would make this again. And when I make it next time, I want to put this over some ribs, maybe even some chicken. You know what I've been craving and what I want to do? I want some grilled salmon. I've been thinking about that. I haven't had salmon in a minute. Mm-hmm. I agree, Arnell. Yeah, that cracked chicken looking good. Looking good. Look at that. I got this thing in there. Ooh, they got cracked chicken chili. They got cracked chicken sandwiches. They got everything. I'm ready to suck off on the sauce. They got everything. Yeah, we gotta add that to the recipe. That sounds good. You know, there was this one recipe that somebody sent me that I really want to do during this season, which is a Mexican fried ice cream, but it's not really fried. It's more like a baked. And you like um put the crust on there, but it looked really good. All right, y'all. We made it for 2 hours. I need to do another live and prep. I don't know if that's gonna be tonight, tomorrow, but I do want to get the meatballs out of the way. So, with that being said, turn on the notification bell so you can notify when I go live. Yes, grilled salmon is something I have been craving. Ooh, yes. One time I made these shrimp teriyaki skewers, and it was like shrimp. I put peppers on there. I put pineapple. I grilled it, and then I made teriyaki sauce from scratch. It was so good. So good. I'm telling y'all, the sauce is so important. So important. Like here, we made a blueberry barbecue sauce. We have our chicken and garlic rice, and then we have our green beans. So we'll be eating, y'all. We'll be eating. I believe you. I believe anything with the name crack or crack in it could be addictive. And it looked delicious. Arnold said, can't wait for the spaghetti. You know what's so funny? I be feeling like, dang, they got to be so sick of me making spaghetti. I would say spaghetti is my most cooked dish on this channel. And the reason why I always make spaghetti is that because my daughter is a picky eater, right? But I know if I make spaghetti, she will eat it. But spaghetti is like my most cooked dish on my channel, for sure. And it's weird because it's like some stuff I only make one time, like the lamb chops. I only make that once. Even when I did the fish fry, I haven't done that a ton. Spaghetti, I make spaghetti like twice a month, probably even more. I used to like. I'm like they must be tired of it, but Arnold said he cannot wait. We are going to have the family over for Sunday dinner. I know for sure Toy is gonna be here. I've been trying to get my uncle here, but remember how I told you guys that my uncle be racing? He races cars. So during the summer, we never see him because he's racing cars. When we saw him, and when he was coming every Sunday, it was the wintertime. So I'm like, Uncle, they really want to see you. They really want to see you. But he's out racing his cars during the summer. It is hard to get a hold of my uncle during the summer. He be out there living his best life. But I talked to him the other day. I said, Uncle, they've been asking about you. They want to see you. And I know, I think you missed it. Yesterday I was outside. We were grilling hot dogs in the backyard late at night, and it's crazy because it's so loud outside. This is what's going on with the outdoor content. It's been raining a lot. And it's been raining a lot in Alaska. The next couple of days are going to be raining, I believe, on Tuesday. We're going to get some good weather. But it's just been raining a lot. That's what's going on with the outdoor content. But yesterday, it was a good day. And so I did do a live stream from my backyard. And we were grilling hot dogs. And during the season 4 opener, like the season 4 premiere, we had a barbecue mukbang, right? And thank you so much, Kina. We had a barbecue mukbang, right? And the reason why I kept pushing off that live stream was because I was waiting for a nice day because I wanted to grill. It never came. So we ended up cooking in the inside. And so when I was like, we were like scared to thaw out a bunch of meat because We did that before, and then it rained and rained and rained. But we did go outside yesterday. The next day that we're gonna have sun, I will go back outside. But do y'all want me to be outside in the rain and be cold? Thank you, Kina. We made pork chops, a blueberry barbecue sauce, and we have our garlic and chicken, our garlic, our chicken and garlic rice, and then we have our green beans with onions. But yes, I'm waiting for a nice weather. The girl ain't trying to get sick. Then y'all really not gonna have no good food. Cause I'm not gonna have no taste buds. You know when you get sick, everything be tasting the same. Um, but shout out to Truth Teller for being the sponsor of this show. Always coming through, supporting. Leave a comment down below after this live stream ends, and let me know if you eat pork or not. Y'all can go ahead and fight it out in the comment section. Y'all can fight it out in the comment section. Let me know if you eat pork or not. You ain't got to say why. Just say yes or no. You know, you ain't got to go into the whole spiel. I will see you guys in the next one. We might prep tonight. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Truth Teller. Shout out to all the members and moderators. If you missed today's live stream, where we did a berry bowl, go back and check it out. We was eating so good and so healthy this morning. I was gonna make some eggs, and probably some toast. I was like, you know what? Let me make a smoothie. Let me make a smoothie bowl. And Linda said I would grill in the middle of winter and somehow the food tastes better. You know what? My dad used to grill in the wintertime. He would have like the grill on his back deck and he would be going out there flipping the meat and he'd go back inside. I am not that dedicated. Oh, thank you, Arnell, and thank you so much, Kina. Y'all show Arnell some love in the chat with the $2. He said, I don't mind pork. This is how I feel about pork. I tried to stop eating pork, and it worked. But then people always give me pork. And y'all saw this meal, it was 29 cents for 2 pork chops. I'm eating it. Right, come on now. But this is for the pork lovers. This is y'all episode. This is a budget-friendly meal, okay? Our meat was less than $1. We got 4 pork chops less than $1, okay? And this is how I feel. Thank you so much, Arnell. Y'all make sure y'all put some hearts, show him some love in the chat. Thank you so much, Arnell. Let me tell you about Arnell. Arnell always stops by and adds so much to the conversation. And even there was a moment where I had stopped live streaming. I think I was like sick or something. And Arnell was like, are you coming back to the kitchen? But shout out to Arnell, always coming through, showing love and support. Okay, but I was going to say though, if there is only one type of meat left on the planet that you have to eat, and it's pork, you're going to eat it. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong if you do or don't eat pork. Like, whatever y'all do is y'all business. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If you eat pork, you eat pork. You don't, you don't. I'm not tripping. I'm kind of with Arnell. I don't mind it, but I do think that anything that you eat to excess, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you eat pork every day, 3 times a day, it's not good. It's not good. But we have some pork chops, barbecue, or blueberry barbecue sauce. I had a little bit of blueberries left and a little bit of barbecue sauce. I'm like, you know what? Let me mix them together. Do not be afraid to experiment in the kitchen. Um, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? If it works out, you learn something new. If it's nasty, don't do it again. But shout out to Arnell and Truth Teller. Shout out to all the members and all the moderators. We didn't get tongue trolls, which let me knock on wood. Please stay away, leave us alone. Let us eat our food in peace. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thank y'all so much. We are having the Foodie Gang food panel tomorrow. I've confirmed. Yes, I know. You have got to try this blueberry barbecue sauce. It's so good. Really, really good. And like, it's perfect. It's like a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tartness. You know what I want to try next time? I've never had it before, but I've heard about it. It's a strawberry barbecue sauce. I'm going to try that now. Now that I've had this one, it's so good. The blueberry barbecue sauce is good, y'all. But I'll see y'all next one. We got the Foodie Gang food panel tomorrow. We're having Sunday dinner. Monday we'll be back for time for tea, and we'll be ready to sip our tea and talk about people. Thank you so much, Linda. I hope that we see you again. We just love we love positivity. We love food. Um, Good energy. That's what we are. That's what we about. We are about over here at 907 Good Eats. We chilling, y'all. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys all so much. Leave a comment down below. Get you a membership. And shout out to the sponsors of the show. I'm out. And I am your host. And this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. See y'all next one.